Hey, good evening from the Georgia WeatherNet 24-hour Storm Center. I'm meteorologist KJ Allen. The time is 6:51. Just want to give you a quick update on storms moving into the state of Georgia. Mainly southwest Georgia is our main concern. We're taking a look at the live radar, and you can see this heavy rain moving in through Bainbridge, starting to head up toward Camilla into Albany. And on the front side of these storms, we haven't had any severe thunderstorms yet. Now, it's possible over the next few hours, but this leading edge has not been a big deal. It's been the thunderstorms embedded. As we look down into the state of Florida, you can actually see where there was a tornado warning down in Walton County there along the Florida Panhandle. Right now, severe thunderstorm warning. So it's in the middle of this main system here that we're going to be concerned with over the next few hours. So we do have a tornado watch in effect until 9 o'clock tonight. Let me go ahead and show you where that is. This is going to be for southwest Georgia. So here it is. So again, covering Albany, up into Lee County, down to Seminole County. Bainbridge is in there as well. And Cairo up to Blakely, Fort Gaines. Again, southwest Georgia is where we're looking at that potential for some spin-up tornadoes. And this may get extended as we move through the overnight hours tonight. And let me show you why. As we take a look at our modeling, this is our significant tornado parameter. This is at midnight tonight. And you can see a lot of energy down in the Gulf of Mexico. This also accounts for the wind shear to help get those storms to spin up. And then as we move through the overnight hours, I'll go full screen with this, and we'll just continue on through. This is 1 a.m., 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You can see that nudging into extreme southwest Georgia. We head toward 5, 6, 7 o'clock, starting to fade out somewhat, but it is still there, still showing the possibility of a few of these storms that could spin up into some tornadoes. So again, this is just showing those ingredients that are there in the atmosphere to make that happen. So just keep that in mind. Let's take a look at our modeling, and I'll clear off all this information here on the screen, zoom out a little bit, and we'll take just a second to load up the model. And I'll start this at 8 o'clock this evening and take it through. We'll just take it through tomorrow and just load this up. Give it this just 1 second for everything to load, and you'll see how these storms are going to be sweeping across the state. And then on the backside, we're going to be looking at cooler and drier air, and wind will be a big factor. So this is at 8 p.m. See these showers moving into southwest Georgia, stretching up to Columbus, LaGrange, South Metro Atlanta, starting to see those showers as well. Not looking at a whole lot of severe weather activity in Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. That's going to be some fairly stable air, but that instability and wind shear is going to be a factor through southwest Georgia. So kind of lingering around here. It's not moving very quickly. Again, we're going to be watching for embedded thunderstorms here in the middle of this line. This is midnight. We're moving through the overnight hours and just kind of picking through and seeing some of these storms that could go cellular. And so we could get a few of these to spin as we move through late night tonight. But again, that tornado watch ends at 9 p.m. We'll see if that gets extended or not. Heavy rain continues to move into Macon, starting to push into the eastern part of the state as well, over toward Augusta. We head toward daybreak tomorrow. Still looking at those showers and thunderstorms. Still a few could be strong to severe along the I-75 corridor, beginning to stretch in the east, in the southeast Georgia, Statesboro, showers heading toward the Georgia coastline. And then we'll be clear of I-75 on the west side by about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Most of our showers and thunderstorms will be off to southeast Georgia, south of I-20, east of I-75. We continue forward toward 11 o'clock. This is going to be noon. Now we're mainly in coastal Georgia and a few of the inland counties, and then we'll just continue on through here. This is by 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. This is 2. This is where I guess the modeling ended for us. Let me load up a few more hours and take us up until tomorrow evening. And give me just a second to load that up. So here we are, back to 2 p.m. Again, the shower starting to push off toward the coastline. We're going to be all clear. Some leftover showers popping up here and there, but this is going to be cool air, not a whole lot of instability. So just look out for a few scattered showers here and there. But wind will be a big factor as we continue through the day tomorrow. Heading into tomorrow evening, a little squall line trying to get itself together there, but I don't think we're going to see anything severe out of that. So the Storm Prediction Center, let's take a look at what they have for us on our convective outlook for today. We're looking at that level 1 out of 5 risk stretching up I-75 from Valdosta to Macon, South Metro Atlanta. Level 2 risk gets into Albany, and there's a level 3 risk right there on the extreme southeast corner of the state. And that's because of those significant tornado parameters that I showed you a little bit earlier. As I mentioned, it's just kind of stopping right here into that western edge of the state. So look out in Blakely and down into Donaldsonville. And as we take a look at our convective outlook for tomorrow, going to have that level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk covering southeast Georgia to the coastline. Savannah, Statesboro is in there as well. And then the level 1 out of 5 risk does stretch up into northeast Georgia, although I just don't see a whole lot there as far as the severe weather. But we'll still be on the lookout all the way up into Athens and Toccoa and up into Clayton and northeast Georgia. So that's the very latest. Going to be right here to keep you up to date as we move through the evening, overnight hours, and into tomorrow as well. Be sure to follow the Georgia WeatherNet Facebook page and share this page with your friends as well. And if we have any tornado warnings, going to go live for you right here on the Georgia WeatherNet. By the way, I always mention this. This is not a prop. This is a real thing. This is a NOAA weather radio. This is your best way to get those warnings, especially in the middle of the night. This will wake you up. Unlike the tornado sirens that won't, and your cell phone's pretty good as well, but if the cell network is down for whatever reason, you won't get those updates. So NOAA Weather Radio, I push this every time we have these severe weather risk nights. And again, our main focus will be southwest Georgia, especially extreme southwest Georgia, and I'll be keeping an eye on that and give you updates as necessary as we move through the late night hours tonight and into tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for your likes and shares here on the Georgia WeatherNet.